If you're trying to record your screen, you might have heard of Camtasia and OBS Studio, two very popular screen recording apps. In this video, we're going to compare them, ultimately answering the question, which one should you use? Although you can record videos with both Camtasia and OBS Studio, the two software are designed with different goals in mind. For example, OBS Studio is mainly targeted at video recording and live streaming, whereas Camtasia is a more general video creation suite. For example, if you record your video with OBS Studio and then want to edit it, you will need a separate video editor like Premiere Pro or DaVinci to edit it. On the other hand, Camtasia comes with its own built-in video editor, and so you'll be able to both record and edit your videos within Camtasia. To record with OBS, we need to start by selecting which sources we want to capture. In this example, we're going to select our screen, camera, and microphone. We'll start by configuring our screen by clicking on the Add icon, then Display Capture, then selecting OK, and finally selecting our display in this drop-down menu. Finally, we can click OK. Then we're going to add our camera by selecting again plus, then Video Capture Device, and then OK. And finally, we can select our camera within the drop-down menu, and finally OK. Here you can see that the camera is now in our canvas and we can freely resize it and move it in our desired position. And finally, we can add our microphone again by clicking plus, then Audio Input Capture, and then finally selecting it in the drop-down menu. We are now ready to record the video by clicking on Start Recording. We can then do whatever we want to do on the screen, and finally we can stop the recording by clicking on Stop Recording, or on the OBS icon on the top, select Stop Recording. We can see our recordings by clicking on the File, Show Recording menu item. And this is our screen recording ready to be edited. Now, if we want to edit it, we will need a different video editing application such as DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro. To record with Camtasia, we can start by clicking New Recording. Here we'll need to select our screen, camera, and microphone, and then click Record. Then, when we are satisfied with the recording, we can go to the Camtasia icon and then stop recording. Here we have two options. Either we can select one of the pre-built layouts and then export directly, or we can decide to edit the video in Camtasia. Inside the editor, we can then trim our clips, add effects, and much more. When we are satisfied, we can then export to a local file. In terms of pricing, OBS is free and open source, whereas Camtasia costs around $200 per year, although they run some promotions. So as you can tell, there is quite a big difference between the two in terms of pricing. So which one should you use? Well, Camtasia, it's easier to use and bundles a video editor, so you can do the whole video production process within Camtasia. On the other hand, OBS, it's free, and the recording part is extremely powerful, but on the other hand, it's also harder to use. If you're planning to use Camtasia or OBS to create educational content like tutorials or video courses, then let me tell you, I don't think that either of the two is the best tool for the job. My favorite tool for creating educational content is called Burumi. With Burumi, you can decide the structure of your video in the built-in editor, which is very similar to Notion and Google Docs. Then you can record every scene separately, retrying as many times as you want. This is very convenient because it allows you to split the recording into smaller chunks, which are much easier to manage. And finally, you can edit the video in the built-in editor. Here you can trim the clips, select nice-looking layouts, remove the noise, and much more. And finally, you can export your video, ready to be published to your platform of choice. You can get access to Burumi by visiting burumi.com.